Hello, everyone, and welcome into another week of BTB Now. I am joined by Nick Bogatis and not Jason Cantor because he is dumb. But, Nick, we have to start tonight with the biggest news of all. The Eagles long snapper, better known for his appearance on America's Got Talent, has been traded to New Orleans for a 7th-round pick. May we all take a moment here to appreciate the legendary career of John Dornbos, who survived not only the end of the Andy Reid era, which was ugly, but the downfall of the Chip Kelly era, which was also pretty ugly, and Doug Peterson being his head coach, which, depending on who you talk to, could be described as very ugly.
Wait, Doug Peterson's not the GM, is he?
No, that's Howie Roseman.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
So yes, we just want to thank.
That's what I got.
Absolutely incredible.
How long is he with the team?
Long time.
Okay, very good. Great analysis.
He was, in my heart, he was worth more than a 7th rounder.
Okay. In reality, he was probably worth less.
Well, here's my little spin on it.
Oh, Lord.
So, Penn State had their long snapper graduate last year. That long snapper also happened to go to my high school. So, at the expense of the Eagles losing the magic man, John Dornbos, the Eagles have to repay me my old high school's long snapper.
Okay.
Yeah, well, me as the paying fan.
Yeah.
Considering I now need a new jersey because Jordan Matthews is on the Bills.
Who do you think you're going to get? Wentz?
If the I don't know, actually.
You're not going to get a long snapper's jersey.
I would get a long snapper's jersey. If it was the guy who went to my high school, I'd get the long snapper's jersey.
Okay, very good. Okay, realistically, who I think this is going to be like the peak of our conversation tonight. So, who do you think you go for? Because we both feel like death. We sound like death. We look like death. So,
it's fair analysis right there. If I'm getting Eagles jersey, here's my concerns. I love me some LeGarrette Blount. He's gone after this year. No chance he sticks around.
Speaking of which, I heard he might not even start.
Yeah, well,
my sources have been indicating that Darren Sproles, by the end of the preseason, will have the starting role.
If they run Darren Sproles like a regular running back again this season, I will riot.
Why? You don't like Sproles?
Not because
my sources have also told me that Sproles tends to find holes.
Does find holes, but not as your every down back. This 30-plus-year-old dude who's like 90 pounds trying to run every down. I'm not taking that. Why would we settle for that?
I'm not sure why they got rid of Ryan Matthews. Was that a move up against the cap?
I think he's done.
But he wasn't that bad for the Eagles, was he?
Yeah, but he has bad injury. He's
no.
So
I'm trying to think of who else is out there.
But going back to the jersey.
Do you want Le'Veon Bell?
Okay. I think we're gonna take a hard pass on that one.
Okay.
Because here's what I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
LeGarrette Blount gone.
Okay.
Love him, can't get the jersey. Darren Sproles could consider getting the jersey.
But he's almost done. Here, have you taken a look at contracts yet? Because that's my new thing since my fiascos, respectively, with Mike Wallace and Le'Veon Bell and Lamar Woodley.
LeGarrette Blount, 1-year contract, gone. Darren Sproles, going to retire, gone. Invest in the Wendell Smallwood jersey.
Okay, that's just a novelty item, though. I think that plays even if he's cut.
All right. Well, regardless, Alshon Jeffrey, 1-year contract. Can't invest in that.
Yeah.
31 going on 85. Could retire at any moment.
Wait, who's that?
Nelson Aguilar. We all know where we're going with this conversation. Mac Hollins.
Who?
Sean Jackson as the 10 jersey.
Wait, who's Mac Hollins?
He's the reason Jordan Matthews got traded.
He's a wide receiver?
Yeah.
Okay. Never heard of him.
We're not going any deeper in the wide receiver. I would get a Paul Turner jersey. I don't know if you remember Paul Turner. He made an amazing one-handed catch last week.
I was under the impression Paul Turner played for the Pacers.
No, I believe you're thinking of Evan Turner.
No. Paul Turner. Evan Turner was trash on the Sixers and then got traded like a bunch of different places. Isn't he on the? I want to say he's on the Clippers now.
Clippers? Really? I thought he was on the Trailblazers.
Same thing.
Well, yeah, that's going to be almost famous where he end up. So stay tuned.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Anyways, yeah, I forgot about it too. Where were we? Oh yeah, I'm not going anyone on the offensive line.
Is it that bad?
Wentz? I already have. I already have Wentz
jersey.
Yeah, but you need security.
Yeah.
I like to go 2 jerseys deep at a time.
Ever since the
Deshaun Jackson incident, I'd like to go 2 jerseys deep. So I could go Fletcher Cox.
I was just about to say that.
Chris Long, not really secure right there. Derek Barnett might be an option.
See, here's the thing. I think a guy like, well, you already have Carson Wentz. And I say even that would, like, if you're going for a jersey right now, I think that's kind of basic.
It is kind of basic. I'm not really into the basic jerseys.
Who's the guy in the Jordan Matthews trade, the cornerback?
Ronald Darby.
Is he any good?
I mean, he looked good against the big.
Oh, Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah.
And if you're not down with, I say number 1, I would go with Smallwood because that just plays. And then aside from that, I think you might be. I feel like this is a cop out in some situations, but I think for yours it plays. I think you just go with a legend.
Oh no, that's the biggest cop out.
I think you go for like a Cunningham, and especially because the Eagles have really nice throwback jerseys. Like those the old school green ones are so clean. I think you might go for. I don't think, maybe not Cunningham. Get a Jerome Brown jersey. That plays.
Oh, now we're cooking here. I was thinking if I went with
Jerome Brown, T.O. maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like that 81. I'm doubling up on the 81s.
Okay, that's a fair concern. Westbrook.
Maybe we go Westbrook. I could get
Dawkins. I don't think you go McNabb, but I think you can go Dawkins.
My dad went Dawkins. That was his classic.
Yeah.
All right. So we've spent the first 10 minutes talking about Eagles jerseys. So
it's what can I say?
Let's even it out here. When Le'Veon Bell officially leaves the Steelers, where are you going next?
In terms of jersey?
Yeah.
I think I'm good at the moment because I recently got a Franco Harris. Which I wasn't intending to, but that's a story for another time. I ended up with a Franco Harris jersey. I think once Ben Roethlisberger, and see, that's the thing. I don't want to. I'm tempted to take the risk on Josh Dobbs, but I'm not sure he's the answer. So that's one of those gambles where.
So wait.
Really,
you're telling
it really pays off.
that you want to be the guy walking around in the Kevin Cobb jersey in Philadelphia right now.
But Kevin Cobb was the starter. Kevin Cobb started the season.
Yeah, he was a starter.
Okay, but he was brought in to start.
Yeah,
so like,
he was brought in to replace.
But that's completely different. That's like it's like a Brock Osweiler jersey for the Browns would be the Kevin Cobb, whereas Josh Dobbs
is not a starter.
Okay, but he was brought in to start before they drafted Kaiser.
And so they could get a second-round pick.
Okay. Let me amend that.
No one brings in Brock Osweiler anymore.
Okay. What you're saying is the Kevin Cobb comparison is more apt to Brock Osweiler Texans jersey because he was brought in to start, even though he might not have been the long-term answer. Whereas Josh Dobbs is more like a Russell Wilson, where Matt Flynn was, or no, not Russell Wilson. That's a bad comparison too. It's an Aaron Rodgers, like Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, that was what the situation was supposed to be with McNabb and Cobb. McNabb was supposed to hand the keys to Cobb. Instead, they trade McNabb to the Redskins. Cobb gets concussed, and Mike Vick comes on and rewrites the end of his career.
Okay, that's fair then. But I don't know if Josh Dobbs is the answer because, like, when we drafted Landry Jones, I was all in on Landry Jones, and then I realized he sucked, and then I was all in, and then I was all in on every quarterback in the draft before because I wanted Dak Prescott, I wanted Connor Cook, I wanted pretty much every quarterback that was drafted in that draft. And then this year around, I wanted Mahomes, I wanted Kaiser, I wanted Trubisky, I wanted what's his name? Ole Miss.
Swag
Kelly, yeah. I wanted him. So now I'm trying to sell myself on Josh Dobbs, but I might actually like the undrafted kid from Wisconsin better. So
is it Sudfeld?
No. Bart.
Who's the
Bart? His name's Bart, which I like.
Oh, all right.
So that's a big.
Already the name of a champion.
But yeah, I don't know. So I'll have to wait. Like
you're really rolling the dice.
I want to see like who's the answer, and then outside of that, I would like. I don't think there's anyone like I really want. Because I have Antonio Brown, I have a color rush Le'Veon Bell.
I think you're set.
Maybe like wearing a Darius Hayward Bay jersey, ironically. I don't know if that plays.
No, I feel like that's a loss either way.
Yeah.
Ironically, unironically, it's all bad.
But yeah, other than that, I think I'm set. I've been desperately trying to track down a Jay Cutler Vanderbilt jersey because I refuse to wear a Dolphins jersey because they're that ugly. But I really want a Jay Cutler jersey, so I might have to go for a Bears one. But even those I don't really like. Because like even though like I pretty much only wear Steelers jerseys, but I can when another team has like really clean uniforms. But the Dolphins are just hideous, so I can't wear a Jay Cutler Dolphins jersey. But apparently there's no even like black market manufacturers of a Jay Cutler Vanderbilt jersey.
That's surprising.
It's very frustrating.
I figured Jay Cutler Vanderbilt jerseys would be in very high demand these days.
They are. I will pay an ungodly amount of money for a Jay Cutler Vanderbilt jersey. And that's the thing. I'm not joking. Like I genuinely love Jay Cutler.
No, that's the scary part. You legitimately
like Kyle Orton was like kind of a joke, but I really like Jay Cutler. Also, it underrated. The fact that I tried to order a Kyle Orton Steelers jersey from NFL Shop and it wouldn't let me. Like it doesn't let you input because he was still on the Cowboys, I think, or the Bills, or like some of the
That's what
team,
it is. You're recruiting him
and
to the
I
I
was
see
tampering, and like I put in number 8 and Orton, and it said like this name and number combination is not allowed.
Wow. So you were that's I need my one viewer right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Print this story while we're on tampering on behalf of Steelers trying to get Kyle Orton. You can cut up the headline. I'm not too good at the headlines yet, but it's something along those lines.
You are the editor-in-chief of our website. No big deal.
Yeah, well, it's a website that's about to hit 1,000 unique viewers after
Really? That's huge. We should get like some kind of graphic going out for that.
Yeah. I think we should get like one of those streamer things and like.
Yes, I am pro that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go get one of those. I'll film all video of me, and that'll be our content for this week.
Nice.
Glad we got that out of the way. Good to have a little business meeting right there. Speaking of business, those tax consultant guys keep calling me.
We're not going to pay any taxes because we haven't made any money.
Yeah, that's fair. Tell them that because I'm surely not going to tell them that.
Well, do you pick up the phone?
No, I never pick up the phone.
Oh, okay, that's what I figured.
No. Because eventually I'm going to have to pick up the phone and tell them no, and then we lose out on the free tax consultant. And we can't lose out.
Ah, okay.
The longer I put it off, I would assume we start to make money.
Okay,
So like I said,
that's a very risky assumption. I wouldn't do that.
like I said, the one viewer right now, tell a friend.
Is the viewer your
that
brother?
friend tell two?
'Cause
No,
Okay.
he's busy. He's
okay,
he's
good.
got things to work on.
See, I think it's ridiculous. Wait, you guys started school already in PA?
Yeah,
I think that's ridiculous.
it is ridiculous.
High school has already started in August.
You know what else is ridiculous?
What's ridiculous?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go with the school starting. It's ridiculous.
I thought you were gonna like
I'm not.
really fit in a segue there, and I was gonna like, whoa, but yeah, I figured you probably couldn't.
No, because I was about to go on. You know how you say like no one cares about your fantasy team.
Yes, no one cares about your fantasy team except me because I'm desperately trying to give you Marvin Jones because Julian Edelman's hurt.
No one cares about your day at all. So I was gonna give a little mini personal rant, but
No.
people,
No one cares
about what was really ridiculous about this world. Because no one cares about your day.
I guess you're about to do it, huh?
But you know what I do care about?
What do you care
Preseason football.
I don't. I don't.
I care a ton about preseason football. Let me tell you how much I care.
I think the Steelers have won every game. Or no, I think they just lost to the Colts. I was gonna say I think they're undefeated. I haven't watched a second of it.
Because I got some Pittsburgh fans in my ear. That's right, Pittsburgh people. I hear you. A couple friends, Pittsburgh fans.
Oh, okay.
Little tip of the hat right there. I have friends. Anyways, Connor, 98 yards in his first preseason game.
I like him.
Is he end up with more rushing yards than Emmitt Smith by the time he retires? Debate it.
Asinine question is that?
I say yes. That's the only logical assumption. If a guy from Philly ran for 98 yards, he would basically be heralded the king of the world. So, as my experience of being a Philly fan, James Conner is about to become the best running back of all time.
Okay. I don't buy into any stats accumulated in the preseason mean absolutely nothing to me. So I don't really care. I hope James Conner does well. He plays for my favorite team. I personally think he's ready to start if they ship Le'Veon Bell out of there, which I don't even want to get into right now because I'm just so angry. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, let me tell you something.
We're doing.
The
By the way,
Eagles.
we are doing our official NFL preview next week.
Yeah, if I could give you one thing about the Eagles and their preseason is we've now made 2 trades for cornerbacks from the AFC East. And I am convinced that our secondary still has not improved. Like I want to be happy and I want to be like, yeah, Ronald Darby, yeah, what's his Dexter McDougal, I think was the name.
Dexter McDougal.
I think he got like 16 career tackles and no interceptions.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to be like, oh, let's go, let's get hyped for Dexter McDougal and Ronald Darby running the sides with Jalen Mills, helping out.
Yeah, no such luck.
Does that sound like the most uninspiring group of dudes ever? I grew up watching a guy named
a couple of years back. I think was a little bit worse, but yeah, probably.
I grew up Lido, and then he handed it off to a guy named Asante.
Wait, who was Lido?
Lido Shepherd.
Leotis McKelvin?
No. Don't you dare put those 2 names in the same sentence.
Wait, who's Lido?
Lido Shepherd and Leotis McKelvin are in 2 totally different classes.
I actually have no clue who Lido Shepherd is.
Wow. That's
Lido?
What about Sheldon Brown?
Is that Ledo?
Lito.
Oh, Lito. Like Carlito.
Lito Shepherd.
Okay.
Sheldon Brown. They handed the reins off to a guy named Asante.
Asante Samuel. Former Patriot.
And then all of a sudden, Asante wasn't enough for us, and we decided to bring this guy named Namdi in. And ever since we brought in Namdi, it's been all downhill.
Poor Eagles.
We got greedy. We tried to form a big 3. And what ended up happening?
The dream team.
Yeah, we got Vince Young as our backup quarterback.
See, that's what always gets me about that. I think about it way more than I should. How does a backup quarterback get to make the declaration that they were a dream team?
No, man.
Not only a backup quarterback, but like a busted top 5 draft pick backup.
I don't know. I'm still confused as to how that entire team just happened.
And then it didn't.
How, by the way, John Dornbos
Was on the team.
Internet, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 97.8% sure he was on the dream team. So once again, hats off to the Magic Man. But football is kind of irrelevant right now. So
Speaking
I feel like
of dream teams, it seems that the Phillies have a dream team going on.
The Phillies have the dream player.
They have Mike Trout, they have Giancarlo Stanton, and they have that guy from England.
Rhys Hoskins?
Yes. He's English, right?
Yes.
Oh, wait, really? I was just making that up.
I'm just gonna go sure on that one. I don't think so at all. But
he's definitely not. I literally just made that up.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay, he's from Sacramento.
Yeah. I do think that you were right there for a second.
I thought I had that. You had me so excited.
Yeah. It's okay. So far, Rhys Hoskins has played in 18 games. He's hit 11 home runs.
That's ridiculous.
And that doesn't count the first few games where he was 0 of 12 and everyone thought he should be sent back down. So pretty much what we're saying is Rhys Hoskins is the greatest first baseman turned left fielder since Darren Ruff. And that's saying a lot.
He's what than Darren Ruff?
He's the best first baseman turned left fielder since Darren Ruff.
Oh, okay. What about Corey Koski?
Yeah, no. Don't start with me. Hoskins, though, in all seriousness, is now the heir to Ryan Howard's throne. I never officially gave it to Tommy Joseph. I had my doubts about Tommy Joseph. There are no doubts about this man, Reese Hoskins. He is the heir to the throne.
Until he like tears his ACL and then gets sent back down, and then he ends up in Mexico, and then
Here you go. Did you see this on Twitter? Because I was really proud of myself. I figured it out. I'm going to pull this up right now because I figured out the answer to all of the Phillies' problems. So, Tommy Joseph, what are his initials?
TJ.
Right. Now, Jim Thome, what are his initials?
JT.
Joseph pulled the reverse Jim Thome because we all thought he was the guy getting blocked, but he was really the one blocking the guy.
Wait, blocking?
Okay, Jim Thome blocked Ryan Howard. Keep up, okay?
Okay.
Just for a moment, please. You were supposed to be keeping track of baseball when this all happened.
Oh, no, I know who Jim Thome is.
Howard. Now, Tommy
On
Joseph,
Twitter?
we all thought. Okay. This is not going to be easy with you. All right? Could you just let me get the point out?
Okay, let's go.
We got TJJT.
Okay.
First JT. And Reese
RH.
Hoskins. RH.
Oh, wait, you put this on Twitter.
RH.
This isn't something you saw on Twitter. This is something you put on Twitter.
No, yeah, this is what I put on Twitter. Because it makes sense.
Okay.
Back the code of why Reese Hoskins is so good. He is the heir to Ryan Howard's throne. And now, barring, any unforeseen circumstances like the end of the 2011 NLDS.
I don't even remember that.
That was when Howard tore his Achilles.
Oh.
We have a 500 home run hitter. Except he's 24.
That's the biggest stretch I've ever seen in my life. Wait,
he's
Ryan
24.
Howard hit 500 home runs?
He's 24, so he's not going to get to 500 home runs. Classic Phillies. He was in the minor leagues until he was older than the rest of the prospects of any other team ever in, the entire movie. But yeah, that's how hyped I am about Reese Hoskins.
That's pretty hype.
The man is an animal. Alpha male battle between him and Tommy Joseph right now. Fantastic. It is so delightful to watch Reese Hoskins launch another home run and then see Tommy Joseph strike out on 5 pitches. I
still contend that Tommy Joseph belongs in the bullpen.
If he can go to the back to the bullpen, I would love to see Reese Hoskins at first and Tommy Joseph coming out of the pen. Because
that would work.
I mean, you look at that back of the Phillies bullpen, really, really horrible.
Yeah.
Tommy Joseph, he could do both. He could be a nice bat off the bench, and he could be your seventh inning guy. He could be a real innings eater.
Yeah.
He could eat innings, be a bit of a clubhouse guy. He could fit all the roles you need on a winning baseball team.
I think so.
But yeah, aside from that, Aaron Nola kind of came back down to earth as a pitcher, so that was kind of a shame. That was fun.
Yeah, the one time I started him in fantasy, he had 3 points.
Yeah,
that was very.
He came back down to earth. Anyone not named Aaron Nola in the Phillies rotation is very inconsistent. I would say, yeah.
Hellickson's no longer there. I'm upset by that.
He starts about as frequently as we produce content on a daily basis. So,
see, here's
that's
the thing.
all
As a non-Phillies fan, I pay way too much attention to the Phillies, and I think that's a product of just knowing you. But, yeah, I know way too much about the Phillies. Let's
Well,
put this in perspective here. I know more about the Phillies than I do about the Dodgers.
Well, that's
And
fair.
probably about the Pirates, to be fair.
The Phillies are like, think about it. 2008. Like, when was the last time the Dodgers won?
Well, I think they won that time they traded for
Crickets.
They traded for the entire Red Sox roster.
No.
Oh. Wow.
Crickets, buddy. Haven't won. That's the case.
See, this is one of the rare occasions where a Philly fan can actually brag
Pirates?
about winning
When
the
was the last
title
time the
before another
Pirates
team.
When was the last time the Pirates won? What, the 70s?
Yeah.
Crickets.
Well,
Crickets, buddy.
okay. Wait.
That's why you know more about the Phillies.
The Phillies won in 08, and then they won a couple in the 80s, right?
Who, the Phillies?
Yeah.
08 and 80. That's it.
Oh, okay. You guys are a bunch of losers.
That's it. All right. Well,
wait, hold up. You can't be throwing up the recency, the recency when you've only won 2 titles. The Dodgers have won like 13 titles now.
oh yeah, that was back when baseball was fixed in New York. Come on, we all know it. We all know it. We all know it.
They won titles in LA, didn't they?
Have they?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Don't look at me.
They didn't win Okay, hold up. You have to help me out here because they did not win the World Series in 2005, and that's the extent of my knowledge.
They won 1981, 1988.
Okay, so that's still more recent than the Phillies title before 08.
Yeah, but if we're going by like average of years ago, Phillies win. Hands down. I mean, come on. How many of their fans were seriously alive for the 1955 World Series?
Okay, but like half of Dodgers fans can't even genuinely can't watch the games. So,
and the only reason the Dodgers are any good this year is because they have the heart and soul of the guy that carried the Phillies along with Ryan Howard. So like
Jimmy
basically Chase Utley.
See, he has that stupid soul patch going on, and I don't respect that.
No, what I didn't like was Players Weekend. He went with Silver Fox instead of the Man. That was an issue. I took issue with
the Man.
Okay, yeah, you don't know enough about the Phillies for me to have a Phillies conversation with you.
Okay.
The Pirates season's over, right?
See, every time I declare their season over, they're 3 games out of the division. So
okay.
Let me just Google this real quick.
Without Jason on the show, we're gonna do a quick.
The Pirates are 7 games back.
Yeah, I would say season's over.
Really?
The Phillies were 7 back with 17 to play, but that was to the Mets.
Wait, hold up. What about the wild card? I don't think there's any shot at the wild card, but
back of the wild card.
Okay. Yeah, season's over.
Yeah. Okay. So we can call. We can call that one.
So who are we gonna draft? Who's the big guy in the draft?
You're not serious right now.
Wait, is it like blatantly obvious or like?
No, this is the MLB.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's what pisses me off about the MLB because like at least in hockey or football or basketball, like if my team's bad, I can get excited about like someone getting drafted and like being ready right away and let's go. In baseball, like you don't even know anybody. The draft's 25 rounds and then they like you have to wait 6 years before they can play anyway.
Exactly. And to that point, it's why the small market teams always are horrible.
Yep.
Because if you're not buying the best players... I don't know if you've ever seen
the movie, but Brad Pitt told us all about that.
Yeah, exactly. You only can go so far with numbers, nerds. Step it up and hire some good players.
Yeah, nerds. Stuff them in a locker.
Analytics guys.
Oh my god, they're the worst.
I know.
Daryl Morey.
Ugh. Maury Ball.
What a joke.
No. Brad Pitt.
I love Brad Pitt, but not nerdy Brad Pitt.
Anyway, high key a nerd.
Yep, you're not wrong.
I know. All right, so
I hate August, dude. Or we actually like spent considerable amount of time just discussing like what clothing we were gonna buy and Brad Pitt.
No, I got a good one for you.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna jump away from baseball because essentially Pennsylvania baseball is dead.
Yeah.
The Little League World Series is over.
Pennsylvania baseball not dead? Oh, except
Little League
Oaks.
Yeah, it's true. Little League World Series is over. I didn't watch a single game. I'm still getting over the whole Oaks thing.
What do you mean? You were all over social media. So we're all from Oaks, tweeting out pictures of your own like baseball hat and like talking about like your hometown team and whatever. You didn't watch it?
They didn't make it.
Oh, you're talking about like the actual tournament.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't watch the actual tournament. I heard Jackson got bounced really quick, which kills any chance of the Six Flags trip.
I was very upset.
That's neither here nor there. So, Pennsylvania baseball, Dunzo, Little League World until the Little League World Series comes back next year, because unless the Phillies somehow land Mike Trout in the blockbuster deal, they're not going to be competitive next year. Anywho, I have to always keep that possibility open too, that Mike Trout just somehow ends up on the Phillies, because I feel like that is like that's like the sports talk radio. Like, well, we don't have anything to talk about today. Mike Trout is still an Angel. Can he be a Philly? And then we just run through scenarios where Mike
Isn't
Trout
Bryce Harper becoming like an increasing possibility?
Bryce Harper will be a Yankee.
Are you sure? Because I think he might be a Philly or a Cub.
Or a Cub. I can see a Cub. I would love him in Philly, but let me just get to the NBA here, because we could go hypotheticals all night.
Oh, you were actually going to the NBA. Okay.
Yeah. So the 76ers successfully brought back Elton Brand for the 35th time, naming him general manager of their G League team.
Okay. The G League is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Can we get into this? I hate the G League. Why?
The G League is so dumb.
I've been on strike now. Or where'd he end up?
Yeah, I don't read any of your content.
Well, if you do, I call it the D League.
Okay. But like, see, that's the thing. I don't understand why they don't just like. Not only the name is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, right? But like the D League to start out with is pretty dumb too, because like there's multiple teams like with the same affiliate, and then
no. Now they're starting to become singly affiliate.
Oh, okay. I feel like it's just not taken as seriously as like the AHL or like minor league baseball.
It won't be. Football has minor leagues.
Huh?
I can't wait till football has minor leagues.
They have minor leagues right now, dude.
What do you mean? The AFL and the CFL?
What?
The AFL and the CFL?
No. The NCAA. That's football's minor leagues. Oh. And I guess to be fair, that kind of goes for basketball too.
All right. So yeah, Elton Brand came back. He's now the GM of the Delaware 87ers.
Wait, hold on. One more point. Why do you need a separate GM for your minor league team? They should be managed by the same person.
The Colangelos are busy trying to take over another organization. So I feel like Elton Brand's just sort of the scapegoat for when the 87ers finish under 500. You know?
Yeah.
Also, former 76er Nerlens Noel agreeing to a one-year contract with the Mavericks. If it is true that he turned down a $70 million contract, the dumbest men to ever play basketball.
Well, he did go to Kentucky.
That is fair. It's not quite Alabama, but right about there. But yeah, 1 year, $4.1 million.
Definitely betting on himself there.
Yeah. And I feel like we can talk about this, even though it's not technically Pennsylvania. But we should at least address the fact that Kyrie is a Celtic, but not really a Celtic, and might not end up a Celtic, but really should end up a Celtic. Because
David Stern messing up the trades again. Go figure.
Yeah, David Stern. Gotta blame him for everything.
Yep. Man took away my basketball team.
Actually, Starbucks willingly gave away your basketball.
Starbucks took away my basketball team, but David Stern was an enabler in that situation. So
yeah,
I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the whole Kyrie Isaiah Thomas thing. You can keep mourning the death of the Supersonics.
Yeah, I'm very upset.
I think both. I think the Celtics probably lose in this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even if they don't have to give up anything extra, they still lose.
Yeah, they lose. Because ultimately, they could have had Fultz, and this whole problem could have been avoided.
Yeah. Could you imagine if they end up giving up Tatum?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
how crazy is that?
What was the point of the whole off?
And then wait. What do they get out of the Fultz trade? They just get
first round pick,
potentially the Kings pick,
and either the Kings pick or the Lakers pick.
That's all they get.
Yeah, they get one more draft pick.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, Danny Ainge. But yeah, essentially the Celtics lose this deal because they lose Jay Crowder, who is a solid defender. He's no superstar, but they lose Isaiah Thomas, which, I mean, Isaiah Thomas or Kyrie. I give the edge to Kyrie.
Yeah.
Because, Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie willingly doesn't play defense. Isaiah Thomas literally cannot play defense.
He just can't.
And then they give up the Nets pick, which apparently was like Danny Ainge's son. And he just... So regardless, even if LeBron leaves Cleveland, Cleveland's going to get a top player in next year's draft because the Nets are a hopeless organization that even in the East should probably finish like 14.
I keep forgetting that the Nets are still a team. And the only reminder I have that the Nets are a team or that the Celtics, well, not anymore, but the Celtics, have their pick. And apparently that's, the most coveted thing in all of sports.
Oh, whoa.
What, breaking news?
Not breaking news.
I didn't get a notification.
ESPN wrote a story on Ben Simmons. So you got to give me about two seconds to digest this one.
I won't read it.
His goal is to be the best in the league.
Wait, what?
His goal is to be the best in the league. Love where his mind's at.
Never heard that before.
His good. No,
I can't imagine someone wanting to be good at
That's it. Job. That's it. I think he officially is the best small forward in 76ers history without taking a single step on the court in his career. He did it. Congrats, Ben Simmons. Okay.
Okay, I think you're disrespecting well, I guess Bob Covington's more of a 4, right? Yeah, you are most definitely disrespecting Jason Capino.
I thought if I was disrespecting anyone, it'd be Evan Turner. I thought we were just going to bring this circle back to Evan Turner.
Evan Turner was so bad. It still is so bad.
All right. Oh, how could we forget this? The Philadelphia Soul are back-to-back Arena Football League champions. Philly's winningest team since 2004 keeps the roll going. Ron Jaworski's squad pulled out the 44-40 win over Tampa Bay.
Wait, Ron Jaworski's the coach?
Thank you very much.
Oh. Wait, is that the team that Bon Jovi owns? Too?
Bon Jovi used to own a part of it. Bon Jovi no longer owns. But yes, they are pretty much the best team in the entire Arena Football League, which is now comprised of like 8 teams.
I miss the NFL Europe.
That thing is falling apart so quick. There's like 4 different arena.
The Amsterdam Admirals again, or the Cologne Fire, or the or no, it was the Cologne. No, one of them was Sea Monsters. It was the Rain Fire, and then the Cologne. Maybe Sea Monsters. I don't know. There were some wacky names though. I really appreciated that.
There are like 4 different arena football leagues. Like, it's sad. All these people are just dumb. Like, why don't you just all join forces and like dominate the arena football world?
Wait, there's the Arena Football League, and then what else?
All right, I believe there is arena football here. I'll get
the LFL doesn't count. Oh wait, speaking of which, did you see that CFL play the other day that was trending on Twitter?
I did.
Where they just kept punting back and forth. That was electric. I want to see that in the NFL.
The Indoor Football League.
That sounds lame.
Yeah. Where the Indoor Football League players earn a minimum of $250 per game played before taxes.
Dude, that sucks.
The Indoor Football League. The Champions Indoor Football. Supreme Indoor Football. Okay. Oh, whoa. With the official announcement of approval from the China government, the new professional league will be called China Arena Football League, and the Beijing-based... This sounds like a disaster waiting to happen for arena football. Please tell me the Arena Football League isn't sponsoring this, because they're going to go right down with it.
Probably.
Oh, my God. Derek... Oh, my God. Derek Branch is a part of this.
Who?
Played football.
Wait, what happened to that flag football league with Michael Vick?
Flag football.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 2 months ago? Whatever happened to
that? Justin Forsett was involved with this.
The Arena League or the Flag Football League?
American Flag Football League.
The AFFL.
Here we go. I got you. Oh, this is a nice website. 2018 tournament. So I believe this is coming up in the spring.
Oh, okay.
7-on-7 with 12-man roster, 60-minute game. Clock will run except for final 2 minutes of the first half, final 5. This sounds like a nightmare for Andy Reid. Running clock. Gonna have to take a timeout with like 13 minutes left in the first quarter. And 6 points per TD under 50 yards, 7 points for TD over 50 yards.
That's dumb.
Mike Vick.
That's really dumb.
Oh, here we go. Michael Vick throws 8 TD passes in American Flag Football League launch game. Yep. So basically, Mike Vick owns this league, but doesn't.
So he's like Ice Cube.
He's like Rashard Lewis, except better.
Okay.
And to the games. Hopefully.
I miss Richard Lewis on the Sonics.
All right, so now that we got arena football out of the way, flag football out of the way,
This is so
Little
sad.
League World Series,
This is a Monday in August, folks.
G League. Anything else irrelevant that we should touch on?
I don't think so.
Hockey season's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'll be on that as soon as it does happen. But the Penguins missed out on Will Butcher, which I was pretty disappointed with. But I mean, we missed out on VC last year, and it worked out fine. So I'm not too concerned about it. We're still in the market for a third line center, though. So I would really like to see either Andreas Athanasiou or Alex Galchenyuk, or trading Oli Mata for Matt Duchene. Either one of those three I would be very happy with. And if there's cap space to bring in Yager, even better. But I don't want to get too greedy here. I just want a third line center.
I am a big proponent of the Flyers winning games this year.
That's going to be tough, but maybe they'll grab a couple.
Yeah, okay. That's all I have to say about hockey. That's my hockey input.
Yeah, I guess as long as we're having a sports show, before we wrap it up, I guess we might as well talk about that the fight that happened.
No. So,
No?
big thing I like about hockey are when Wayne Simmons likes to throw the gloves off and punch someone to the ground. Now,
Oh, okay.
nobody could throw the gloves off, but there were punches thrown. Let's talk about that
Nice
big
segue.
fight.
Nice segue after I had already segued and you brought me back.
Well, I was sitting on the segue, and then you started to segue.
You should have told
I
me.
was preparing to segue.
Should have told me.
A little sign, like a little.
I mean, you have my phone number.
Well, I can't type that fast.
We're on a computer right now. Like, you could have just G-chatted. It would have showed right up.
Well, regardless, the fight happens. Did you pay for it and watch?
I paid $15 for it. I went in on it, so I watched. The undercard. Like, here's the thing. I think it got overshadowed by the awful undercard. So, like, we had just sat through however many hours of 3 awful fights, and then I was fully expecting to be disappointed by the fight, but it was a really good fight, and I thought it just had a really bad ending. I thought it shouldn't have ended like that. It shouldn't have ended so quickly, but it did. And I mean, all in all, it was a good fight. I was just very disappointed by the way it ended. Not the result, because I was expecting that result. But first of all, I did have the over on rounds, and I missed it by 1 round.
Oh.
And second of all, I thought that was just a double. Like, if he's gonna get knocked out, let him get knocked out. Like, Floyd was missing a lot of punches towards the end, and although he was connecting with some shots, it wasn't like Connor wasn't protecting himself at all. I think you should have just let him hit the mat.
What was funny about Floyd, like, I feel like typically he ends his, like, if he's gonna knock them out, he gives them like a quick one and then knock it, like, surprise them with the second shot. Every time he went for the second shot, he missed. Like, there were so many times I was like, oh, he's gonna get him, and then it just didn't end. Like, I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, this McGregor dude, he's already burnt out. Like, by the time the 5th round came, I was already accepting the fact that McGregor had burnt out.
Yeah, no. Everyone expected that. I think. I mean, I don't want to be tooting my own horn here, but I kind of saw it happening that way, whereas most people were expecting to see it a lot earlier. But no, I was fully. Obviously, I knew he was going to lose. Although, once I heard the song that they were playing for him, that, like, the dude on the ukulele made up, I was kind of suckered into thinking he might win.
as an enemy of the show once said, boxer in this fight, so that one boxer is going to win. Name that man because he's a big subtweeting guy. So we're just gonna
Is it LeBron James?
drop the name off that quote. But yeah, that's what the enemy of the show said, and I might have agreed with him if he wasn't such an egregious human being with laudable qualities and stuff like that.
Oops.
But we're not saying the name.
Okay. No names.
No names.
No names.
Be able to use the @ button for us to plug your name on this show.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But I enjoyed it. That was my first pay-per-view experience.
Yep. This is the first one I've paid for, so yeah, I agree. I guess I don't know. It's hard for me to get over the ending because that was very disappointing for me. But to be fair, I was expecting to be disappointed. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was going to be as good of a fight as it was. So, I'll gladly take that. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
So I have to say this whole fight business, like we as Americans, if you watch this fight, I feel like in Trump's America, everyone that watched this fight should be exempt from paying part of their taxes because technically we all just bailed Floyd Mayweather out of going bankrupt and losing all of his assets and living the rest of his life.
That would have been crazy if he did like a reverse Conor McGregor, huh?
Like, yeah, I feel like we all should. Everyone who put money towards this
I think
fight,
that was undercover. How like everyone talked about how 5 years ago McGregor was on welfare. Nobody talked about how Floyd might go onto welfare if this fight didn't.
Yeah, how 5 years from now Floyd Mayweather was on welfare if he didn't do this fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I thought Showtime could have been like at least a little more subtle with their bias. I get it, Floyd's their guy or whatever, but like first of all, having Paulie call the fight, and just like their entire coverage, and then showing Floyd with his family as if he's not like the biggest scumbag on the planet. Like that was, I mean, like not that I'm one to like get upset about, like genuinely upset about that, but it was just like, come on, like at least like pretend to be fair about this.
yeah, I mean, I personally didn't really care about the coverage. I was just looking for guys to get punched.
Yeah.
I did appreciate the camera angle, being able to.
Did you watch the undercard or no?
This undercard was going in a corner TV while we were playing NHL, so I didn't really pay much attention.
Did you get the I don't know, the new one didn't come out yet. Did you play the beta? It was so fun.
Good.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Awesome. Early reviews on Madden are good. Heard that the long shot thing that they put in the game is incredibly hard.
Wait, what is it?
Dan Marino doesn't help you play quarterback at all.
Oh, the story mode?
Yeah.
See, I've been out on Madden for a couple of years now. I'm just a strong FIFA and Chell guy. More so FIFA, but I'm a strong Chell guy as well.
I was just giving the people the early reviews on Madden.
I haven't played. I don't think I've played or I've owned Madden in 2 or 3 years. I don't really like it.
Long shot is about as difficult as it was for Dan Marino to get a ring.
Although, do you remember the story mode of however many years back? I think this is like Madden 07 or 08 when you had to like go through like your parents' genes, and like it would tell you like your dad was like the Michael Vick of his time, and that was like the cheat code. You'd have to wait for that, and then you'd be like a mobile quarterback and be able to win. But you had to like see if like your dad was like a track runner, or like your mom was whatever, and then like that determined what your attributes were. That was a legit mode.
I remember way back in the day, I'm pretty sure this was on like Wii, maybe GameCube. Madden had this feature.
Oh, the cards.
With the
right?
what?
The Madden cards with the in-game boosts, and you collected all the cards.
No. Like when you did My Career, you had like your own apartment. As you start getting
that's
higher,
what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, Madden 08.
Was that Madden 08? Yeah, I just remember. I never remember getting off that rookie deal, moving out of that apartment, getting that nice new house.
And that was the one where you could like read for movie scripts and stuff.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was the time. They didn't bring back that.
You know who was on that cover, right?
That was the year before Favre, right?
Yep. Mr. Dream Team.
Oh.
And with that, perfect end to a great show.
I would like to thank you all for tuning in this week. My sanity, as I remember that, yes, the backup quarterback of the Dream Team was once gracing the cover of Madden 08, one of the greatest games of all time. For Nick Bogatis, I'm Ray Dunn, wondering where Jason Cantor is this evening, but mostly giving you BTB Now. It's been our pleasure, and we'll probably see you next week if we're not busy, because, you know, we never really know.
Special NFL preview next week.
We'll be here next week.
With bonus 2005 MLB coverage.
And Rhys Hoskins is going to be a 600 home run hitter by the time we hit the show next week.
Steroids.
Thank you all for watching.